All right, hey guys, Severe Weather YT here. So today I'm going to be looking at the nor'easter that's going to be hitting the northeast and New England states around Wednesday into Thursday. So this is going to be a big storm that's going to bring heavy rain, some snow in the mountains and higher elevations, and also gusty winds. So let's take a look at the GFS models. So starting around Wednesday morning-ish, you can see uh, this low up here start to push in through western New York, western Pennsylvania, western West Virginia, and areas down there. And if you move a little bit more, you can really start to see those lines of heavy rain start to form, and even snow up in the northern parts or southern Canada. And look at that. Then down here, you can see a nor'easter starting to form. I go a little bit further, look at that. 985 low right there. It keeps dropping. 982. I can't read what that says. I think it says 980. 978 and then 975 as it moves over Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. And look at that heavy rain that's going to be bringing to these states. And then once it starts to dissipate a bit, you can see that it starts to form snow and cold air on the backside for parts of the mountains of New York. So that's really crazy. That looks like heavy snow possible. And look at just that. Look at that. It just kind of stays in the same area for a bit, and then it dissipates. But if you take a look over here, if we go over to total snowfall, look at this. I'm not sure if I agree with this fully, but there is heavy snow for parts of the Adirondack Mountains and some light isolated snow for the Catskill Mountains and some for southern Vermont. But I'm not too confident about that. But if you look over in parts of the Adirondacks, you can see that green color, which if you look over here, that's about 16 to 18 inches, even higher. I mean, I don't know if I agree with this, but that's showing like maybe even 20 inches up there, which is insane. But for other parts, it's showing those pinkish and bluish colors, which is around, I don't know, the pinkish colors are about, I don't know, 6 to 7 inches, 8 inches maybe. Bluish colors are around 1 to 4. And then there's some snow down here, but I'm not really too sure about that. That's in the Appalachian Mountains. Um, but yeah, no snow in my town. My town is a little bit west of the Adirondack Mountains, so no snow over in my area. But I will be showing a some maps that I made. But first I want to look at the what's it called, the precipitation outlook. Look at that. Very heavy rain for parts of eastern New York, western Massachusetts, southern Vermont, and parts of Connecticut. But look at that. If you look over here, those are all pink colors. Even some reds down in there, which is isolated 6 to 7 inches possible. But the pinks are around widespread 2 to 5 inches of rain, which is insane. In my area, there's about 2 to 3 inches possible. But yeah, you can really just see that move across. Um, but yeah, let me show you guys my map now. My maps. Alrighty, so if you look at this map that I made earlier, it was rushed, so that's why it's not the best quality. But I just made it in a rush earlier. Um, so I was showing 3+ inches of rain up here in parts of New York, Pennsylvania, and parts of New Jersey, and I guess some parts of Connecticut and Massachusetts. Now, this is because earlier it was showing the majority of the rainfall right there. Now, it has shifted a little bit more east over there, but I still think that this has a very good chance of playing out. So I'm just going to stick with it. But in this green area, you can see 1 to 2 inches of rain possible. In these yellow areas, which I feel like are very accurate, are 2 to 3 inches of rain. And then, yeah, right up here is 3+ inches of rain. I'd expect some isolated amounts, 6 to 7 inches, like I said previously. So yeah, that's about it for the rainfall. Now this is another map that I made. Um, so if you look over here, there is wintry mix possible in these areas over here and here. Um, Earlier, the models were showing more moderate snow in the Catskills, although now that looks a lot more isolated. So I wouldn't expect this large of an area, but definitely some snow possible in the Catskills. But up here in the Adirondacks, I'm saying 1 to 5 inches possible. Although I did show that the GFS models were showing even 20 inches of snow possible, I don't think that that's going to happen. Although I am kind of just prepared for anything at this point. So yeah, definitely be ready for some heavy snow possible and some poor driving conditions. All right, here's my wind gust map. So over here in the purple, there's 50 mile per hour gusts possible, some locally higher amounts. So that's going to be kind of damaging, to be honest. I'm expecting wind advisories to go out. Sorry about that, but anyways, and then over here in this very small area, I think it could be spread a little bit more over here, but over there in that very small area, there's 60-mile-an-hour gusts possible. I think high wind watches or warnings could go out for there. If not, then just wind advisories. And then for here in this part of New England, this is part of Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, eastern Massachusetts, southeastern New Hampshire, and southern Maine. There are 70-mile-an-hour gusts possible. Now, this is the Euro model that I got this from, which tends to intensify things. So don't rely on this 100%. But if that does play out like that, then I'm expecting very, very high wind gusts and some very damaging winds possible. So definitely be ready for this nor'easter. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, stay safe out there.